Alrighty, y'all. So it's about time we do an update for my free-to-play journey. What I'm going to be working on this week, what I have gotten so far, what I'm planning on doing, and all that little stuff. So, I will say I have a final team, right? Realistically, I think I have a final team that is going to get me far, in Nikke for just quite a long time. The only way like this team is probably going to get changed is if I get realistically one character, which is Crown. I do not have Crown, but currently my current squad is this right here. It's very powerful. Obviously, Mast and Anchor together is the next best support after Crown. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but their supports are very good, right? You have a permanent crit rate buff, you have a permanent attack buff, you get attack damage buffs, you have healing from Anchor, you have attack buffs from both of them, reload speed buff from both of them. Those two together cover up my team's problems with reload speed and attack buffs, right? Obviously, you know, Little Mermaid is a crazy burst 1 DPS, and she's very helpful for helping us get our burst gauge and come off our burst gauge, or our cooldown for our burst skill. Red Hood is Red Hood, being a burst 1, 2, and 3 is really helpful for us, right? Especially since she's a piercing character as well. Very helpful for a lot of the bosses to come and for all the bosses we've been facing so far. And then Mihara, because I don't have any other good DPS, Mihara is like the best thing I could have right now, right? Genuinely. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people think Mihara's this or this or this or this and this, but it doesn't take away from the fact that Mihara does hit hard, right? And a lot of the times she's giving out free damage before she uses her burst skill, which is going to be very helpful for me early on in Nikke. So this is my finals team right here. I do have one dupe for Little Mermaid. I did end up getting one dupe for her before Mihara actually came out, and I haven't been contemplating going in more to get her, you know, LB3, just because it's like, one, I'm going to need her for the 160 wall, but I'm not sure. I've been saving a bit. I just have not been summoning. I do have like 10 tickets and then almost 2 multis here. I don't know if I want to keep summoning or if I want to save. I'm gonna let you guys in the comments down below and let me know. I think I don't want to summon only because, like, I mean, for the 160 wall, I need dupes, but to beat this game, I don't need dupes. And I learned that during my main account, like my main account where I paid money and bought these characters when they came out and stuff like that. You don't need dupes to beat this game. And because I know that before, you know, doing my free-to-play account, I don't think I need dupes. When it comes to characters, we have been getting a lot of cool characters. Like I have a dupe of Helm. I have a Drake and a dupe of Drake from her event. I have Alice and a dupe of Alice as well. I have Snow White now. It's still, you know, more of the bad characters I've been getting. I'm not gonna lie. The last character I got was Noir, which was last night. But I think this team that I have right here is the best thing I can do. I do also have 100 on my bonus recruit. Now my thing is I can go for Litter, which I know is going to be great, but I don't necessarily need her right now. I'm not going to need Litter until probably like Union Raid, and even that, I don't know if I'm going to get into Union Raid on my free-to-play account until later on. So I could either go for a dupe of Litter or get my first copy of Litter, or even my first copy of Naga, or I can go for Alice to guarantee get me that second dupe of her, which I can then go another 9 multis on the standard banner, and I'll have an LB3 Alice like that. And then by doing that, I'm building up pity for my standard ticket. And because Helm and Drake both have a favorite item, I could get Helm dupes like that and then get her LB3. My Mori is already going to be LB3, so that'll be 3 characters LB3. And then, like I said, I could also still summon for, you know, Little Mermaid and stuff and try to go for LB3 for her, which would be a good idea, and all that stuff as well. I would say the Road to Villain event has been very helpful. Like, if I was to purchase levels, right, which is 14,000 gems, I would get all this. I would get a Drake dupe. I would get about 490 of this, 100 of that. I get a few 2,000 of that, 4,000 of that, almost 5,000 of skill manual ones. Like, I could use 14,000 gems and just get all 99 levels to really just help me progress fast as hell. But I don't know if that's worth it, just because it's like, I mean, 14,000 gems for all this is crazy, I will say, but at the end of the day, I will get this all for free. You know what I mean? I just have to wait. That's the only thing. If I'm impatient, then no, that's a different story. But if I wait it out as time goes by, I will get all this stuff for free. So it will kind of be a waste of 14,000. But let me know what you guys think about that right there. As for what I'm doing this week, I'm really just trying to get my characters leveled up. I'm, as you see, level 120, level 120, level 120, and then level 110. I'm slowly working on their levels. So obviously my master and my anchor are the next two. Well, my anchor is the one that I'm going to get to 120 next to my master. I think today specifically, I am going to try to aim for chapter 16, because obviously with the team I have now and knowing the old Interception very well, I could probably get very far in Interception EX with my current team, but I have to be chapter 16 for that. So I'm probably gonna push to chapter 17 tonight or today or this week. I want to do it today just so that I can start with my Interception today for them, and then see what the gear is looking like, because I have not been leveling up the gear on my characters. I just don't find the value in doing that right now. When by leveling up my gear, I'm not getting that much power. You know what I mean? I'm not getting that much power by leveling them up. I have been leveling up my skills for my crazy characters. So right now I'm 8 10 8 for my Red Hood, which I'm trying to get 10 10 10, because obviously Red Hood is a character I'm going to be using in almost every single content. My Little Mermaid is 5 5 5, which I could level up more, but I want to focus more on one character and go to the next character, then the next character. I think I could probably just get both of these characters to 7 7 7 and then just slowly work them up to 10 10 10 from there. That might be a better idea as well. But then there's that, and then obviously these two as well. I have 5 5 5. Same thing for them. I can get them to 7 7 7 and then work them up from there. Because again, Master and Anchor, like I said, these two characters together are very powerful. Reload speed multiplied by the number of drunken stack, which will go up to 3. Distributed damage is being completely useless here, but it still doesn't take effect. Attack damage buff on her burst skill, and then an attack buff that multiplies off the drunken stack. I'm telling you, Master and Anchor together is like the next best thing you can have if you don't have Crown. Now, if I was to get Crown, I would probably just, you know, try my best to get Naga. I mean, I could get Naga, actually, because I have Tia, right? I have Tia. So I could get Naga and then run Tia, Little Mermaid, Naga, Red Hood, and what's her name, Mihara. But I just feel like Master and Anchor are still just better than Tia and Naga now. Like, I feel like Tia early on is gonna perform well and stuff like that, but late game she's just not gonna be that good, where when it comes to these two, they're great in late game. So I'm just gonna leave it how it is now. But yeah, like I said, I'm aiming for chapter 16 this week for sure, because I want to get to that Interception EX as soon as possible, so I can start gearing up my characters and stuff like that. Solo raid is coming out soon, and I want to be able to score high on that. I really have been, you know, contemplating if I want to just rush and spend 14,000 gems to get all these rewards, because it will make my life a lot easier. But all these rewards are only catered to skills. They're not going to help me with level. So I think that's the main reason why it's holding me back, because, okay, sure, what if I have 10 10 10 characters today? It doesn't take away the fact that I still need to level them up, and that's still going to take time. And then also the other thing I'm contemplating is summoning for dupes of Little Mermaid, right? Which I do want to do, but I'm not 100% sure. You guys can let me know in the comments about that one. My team, like I said in my first episode, is always going to be the same. This on my free-to-play journey, I was aiming for a team that I can use from the beginning to the end. So I'm really not trying to change my team whatsoever, unless I do get Crown, which is the only reason why I would change my team and take off Master and Anchor. But other than that, I don't see a reason why I need to. And then what else have I been doing? I've really just been following my day-to-day event as well. Trying to get this done, you know, every single day. My Alice as well. I've been trying to do my Tactics Academy, right? Because I unlocked this mission. But once I get my Tactics Academy done and then Lost Sector and Arena 10 times, then, you know, I'll be good and stuff like that. But my free-to-play account has been going great. I am also waiting for the hard mode of story 2, because I am going to be using gems on those extra tickets for these events, so I can get a lot more rewards. As a free-to-play player, I think using gems for those extra tickets for these story events are 100. Like, you need to be doing that. That's what I believe. 100%. You need to be doing that. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. But for me, I know I will, because on my main account, when I was doing that, I was getting huge jumps in my levels and stuff like that. The only thing I need to worry about realistically is the 160 wall, because besides Mori, nobody else here is going to be 3-star guaranteed, right? I could get Drake 3-star guaranteed because I'm close to another dupe of her, and then I can use 200 of those silver tickets to get a dupe of her since she's a favorite item character. And it's the same thing with Helm, because she's a favorite item character. I could, you know, use golden, not golden tickets, silver tickets at getting dupes for her as well, right? And then my wish list, I did change my wish list up where the only characters I am getting from my wish list are going to be, you know, characters I own and stuff like that. And then I do have this where I could go for a dupe of Alice for the 160 wall, or I can go for Naga or Litter. But it's like, even if I go for these two right now, I'm not going to use them. I have Little Mermaid, so Litter is not going on my team. And then Naga is great and all, but I don't have Crown. And I'm not going to use her with Tia. So I'm saving this right now just so that I can see what I want to do. Because if I do get another 9 multis on this banner, I can get 2 dupes. And then I'll have a max limit break Alice as well. So I'm just going to save that for now. But you guys can let me know down below if you have any advice there. But yeah, other than that, my free-to-play account has been working wonders. I am going to put more characters in my synchro device because as I get higher in the tower, I'm realizing that I'm going to need some of these characters in my synchro device. I don't have to worry too much about the tower, like, because it doesn't get harder until like stage 30, 40, 50 and so on. But because you can use those like level 200 characters that already have like 40-50,000 power, so I'm not too worried about that. But having Mihara is great for my Missilis tower. Having Master Anchor is great for my Halcyon tower, and then Red Hood, Mihara, and Little Mermaid are fantastic for my Pilgrim tower. The only one I'm failing is my Tetra tower, which is, it's crazy to say, but once I level up some of these characters in my synchro device, we should be better. But yeah, that's really all that's been happening this week. So the questions I have for you guys by the end of this video, what I want to ask you guys is, do you guys think I should use gems on the road to villain? I don't really think I should, but just in case, if like you guys find this to be more valuable than me, I don't feel like it. This is all free, so probably not. Actually, don't answer that question. I just don't think I'm going to. Probably not. But also, do you think I should keep summoning for Little Mermaid and try to get her max limit broken before her banner goes away, so at least I could get one, you know, LB3 character guaranteed, and it's a Pilgrim. Well, I don't want to say guaranteed, but a chance of a max limit broken character, and it's a Pilgrim, right? Being a character that I use all the time. Let me know what you guys think about that. And then for this banner right here, let me know if you think I should use my bonus recruit on Alice, Litter, or Naga, or if I should like use it on Alice to get her max limit broken as well. Other than that, you guys let me know what you think. Hopefully these free-to-play journey videos are helpful for a lot of you guys who, you know, still want to understand what you need to be doing or what you should probably be doing and all that stuff. But yeah, it's your boy Zxous. I'm out. Peace. Let me know what you guys think. Bye.